Jim Jordan exposes the hypocrisy of the extreme left.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. March 2020, on the steps of the Supreme Court, Senator Schumer said, quote, "I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you." April of last year, the Democrat chairman of the House Judiciary Committee introduced legislation to add 4 associate justices to the United States Supreme Court, to pack the court. May 2nd of this year, the draft opinion of the Dobbs decision was made public. The next day, May 3rd, the very next day, attacks on churches, crisis pregnancy centers begin. They occur around the country and they continue for months. Over 100 churches, crisis pregnancy centers attacked since the leak of that opinion. Now, you know what they call all that? You know what all that's called? Intimidation. Threats against Justices Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, threats to pack the court, leaking of an opinion, and attacks on churches, a concerted effort by the left to intimidate the highest court in our land. And I didn't even mention the lies told about Justice Kavanaugh in 2018 during his confirmation process. I didn't mention when Senator Joe Biden and Senate Democrats drove Justice Alito's wife to tears during his confirmation hearing. And I didn't mention the Democrats on this committee who have for the last year attacked Justice Thomas and his wife. And now today, a hearing about 8-year-old secondhand hearsay. 8-year-old secondhand hearsay from a witness who for 18 years took money from pro-life donors, $30 million, and then this year, all of a sudden remembers, just weeks after the Dobbs leak happened, that 8 years ago, he heard that at a dinner party, Justice Alito told his guests that they would like the Hobby Lobby decision. Just now remembers that. Mr. Schenck wasn't there. Justice Alito said Mr. Schenk's story is not true. The dinner guest said Mr. Schenk's story is not true. The Supreme Court said Mr. Schenk's story is not true. Politico said, quote, "We spent several months, attempting to corroborate Schenk's claim, but were unable to."
It's funny how with the left, it's rules for thee, but not for me. See, when in the summer of 2020, the summer of riots, right? Cities burning, people just dying, and it's okay. It's mostly peaceful, right? And then they threaten Supreme Court justices, and their own representatives come out and say, "You won't have any peace." But let a Republican go to a abortion clinic and just pray outside. His home will get raided by over 20 FBI agents with AR-15s. What?